Jay-Z once famously said, "Can't leave rap alone, the game needs me." And that's the same way Caitlin Clark feels about basketball, and all great athletes feel about their respective sport. Proof being, Clark is back in the lab, apparently, if you're going by footage shared by the Indiana Fever. And that's notable since this is a long, long offseason. The Fever don't resume play until the spring. And there's all the talk around Caitlin Clark possibly doing Unrivaled. And one of the reasons I think there's a chance she eventually does is because this break is so long. Unrivaled doesn't even start until January. So that's, you got another 2 months between now and then. She's already had a month off. That's 3 months, which is much more rest than she is typically having, like that, or has gotten, especially after the Iowa season went right into the WNBA. So she can spend her time doing whatever she wants. Golf is clearly one aspect of that. And practicing her skills, whether she participates in another league or not, was always inevitable because you never have to doubt that she's going to get in there and get it done. Like, that's just not a question, right? That's a foregone conclusion that Caitlin Clark is going to put the work in and put the reps in. But here is what was
I feel like I'm just scratching the surface. I feel like there's just so many areas that I want to improve in and to continue to get in the gym and work on that every single day.
Little floater. That back, that's her patented move. She's got a smile with the basketball in her hand. Crossover, another little floater. 3 looks good. Elise looks good. Having some fun. Another floater. Reverse. Step back. Cash. Cash. So there you have it. Notable, I guess, the most notable aspect of that being the floaters that she's working on. That had been a critique myself and others had is to expand that mid-range game, because when teams lock down on your pet moves, you have to go to other things. Because I think, look, Clark has 3 main points of attack. One is that fading left 3. That's what she likes to get to. The other is a drive to the right. And the third is obviously to dime you up in the in-between, the way she sees the floor and processes the floor. It's not that she couldn't hit mid-ranges or floaters, but it wasn't, first of all, layups and threes are better shots in general. But as teams scout for you and as teams, facilitate their defense or orchestrate their defense in that way, the mid-range sometimes becomes the shot that you can get. And that floater to get it over the big, when you're in that in-between space, could really take her game to an even higher level. And that's, the most hilarious thing about Clark is she was just the worst she's ever going to be. She's only going to get better from here. And she takes it seriously. So the WNBA needs to look out. If she decides to play an Unrivaled, they need to look out. And we're all going to be on the lookout for any of the Caitlin Clark basketball content we can get.